stuff into this episode just to serve you guys well. So we're going to get started. All right. First up.
Saw it.
Super Mario Brothers killing the game.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
Their domestic box office, 146 just until Sunday. We went over 200 for the full weekend. This makes it the biggest box office opening for a video game. This is the one that they've been waiting for in the video game circuit. Now, say what you want about the movie. This is tremendous. This is tremendous. They're calling what was it? The NCU?
Was that right?
Yeah, the NCU might be coming.
I mean,
The Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
they
Yeah.
shouldn't do it. I will be the first to say no.
I gotta see
I
Zelda,
don't know.
man.
We
Yeah,
just saw.
But don't,
I saw Tetris over the weekend, so
You don't have to combine them. Just make it its own thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't
All
combine
the
them at
properties.
first. I'd do
No,
a
you don't need
Zelda
to
movie.
combine 'em.
I would do Zelda movie first, then maybe like 2 more things, and then do a Smash Brothers something type movie. I think Super Smash Brothers would be a dope movie.
They kind of. Has anybody seen it? I don't want to ruin anything.
Go ahead.
I haven't seen it.
They kind of tease Smash Brothers at least once in the, but not like they. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. Let's put it that way, and that's one of them.
Well, they said like some of the negatives that some people, they're not really video game people. They're like, oh well, it doesn't have a story.
It does.
But the story behind that story is that the creator of the game said that he wanted the movie to be just like the video game. Not focused on a story, but focused on the game aspects of it. So that's why
it has a story. It's
like a
just-
video game story.
Well, not even that. It has a story. It's just not super fleshed. It's a video game.
Yeah.
Like the story. I'm not giving anything away because I kind of give it to you in one of the trailers. It's Bowser is the evil force that you expect. He wants to take over all of the different kingdoms. You see the Mushroom Kingdom. You see there's another one right at the beginning.
The Ice Kingdom.
The Ice Kingdom, and you see there's another. They show a couple of them on this like floating map. And his whole goal is to take over the Mushroom Kingdom because he's in love with Peach. That's literally the story. Without giving, and there's
That's the story of like
side things.
every Mario game. That is
Right.
the story.
Yeah.
So it's not
He usually
like
kidnaps her. He usually goes as far as kidnapping her.
No, not really in this one.
Uh,
I mean, sort of. I don't want to give it away.
Well, she's a more active heroine in this story.
She is definitely a more active heroine. She is the thrust behind her own whatever, but she needs Mario and Luigi to help.
How's Chris Pratt?
He's actually pretty good at it.
Yeah.
You get all the it's a me and all that. It's in there, and they kind of get it out of the way very early. And there's a couple other things. He's good. Charlie Day's great as Luigi.
That I expected.
He's
Like,
amazing.
that I expected. I was like, yo, Charlie Day can do this all night. I believe in him.
Well, I'm trying to think what the other voices were. Jack Black's Bowser.
Oh, who was amazing from day one.
And they must have done some kind of voice modulation with it because you can tell it's him if you know his cadence. You can tell it's him, but it doesn't sound exactly like him. So they must have taken his voice and put it through a filter.
He did the voice in a couple interviews.
That lower kind of gravelly thing?
Yeah, he's dressed as Bowser when he's doing the interviews.
Okay. Yeah, I just assumed he did, because he's singing a couple times. And it just
Listen, I'm not saying that there was zero digital interference. I'm just saying the man went with Chris Pratt and others, and they did the circuit to promote this movie, and he was dressed in a Bowser suit the whole time, and it was hilarious.
It's a fun movie. I mean, if I have any criticism, the end of it, penultimate scene is kind of wonky. It doesn't really like. It's like, all right, I'm gonna let it go because it's animated, 2, it's a video game movie, so I'm letting it go. But it's like, well, wait a minute. Why would I don't want to? When we're off of this, I can give you the whole thing. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who's watching and hasn't seen it yet. But there's a moment. Well, this last 10 minutes where it's like, well, where it takes place is like, well, nobody's freaked out about this. But other than that,
Yeah, I just love how Anya Taylor-Joy is so freaking like excited for this movie.
it's a fun movie. I had a good time. I went into it.
No, but I
really
mean, like,
honestly went
she's
into it
like
'cause
so psyched to be Princess Peach. Like,
oh, is that right?
yeah, like, dude, like every picture of her, like every interview of her, like doing the promotion for this movie is just like who wouldn't want this job? Like, she's just like so excited. It's so nice.
Well, it makes
so
sense.
genuine.
I mean, she's at the age where she would have been a very small child when these games were big, and kind of grew up with them. So
yeah.
I think that's like a big pull for the movie too. Is Mario is the character that like could pull people like in their later 40s to like kids who are 5 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
But just think of how many people, how many generations grew up with Mario Kart alone,
and
or
they
just obsessed with Mario Kart.
they play into that in this movie. Like I said, there's a lot of Easter eggs. It's fully a Mario. If you're a Mario, you not just like there's some Easter eggs for just regular Nintendo too, but a fully Mario, all of the Mario games. You're into that Mario Kart, all the 3 Mario, big 3, Super Mario 1, 2, and 3, and some other stuff too. It's fully a fan service movie. They
I love it.
they don't pull back. It's fun.
All right. Oh, see, Super Mario came in at number 1. John Wick Chapter 4 comes in at number 2, dropping 50%. 15 mil. Dungeons and Dragons holding tight at number 3. Just missing out that number 2 spot. Air pulled in 14 as well.
I
Just
want to see
missing
that.
out. I hear Ben Affleck directed the hell out of this movie.
They altered the plot of the movie, the structure of the film. They altered it to accommodate Michael Jordan.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because Michael Jordan said, I don't care what you do, but you have to get Alfred Woodard to play my mother.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I did know that.
Right. And the original script only had like 2 or 3 lines for the mom. So when he told them how important his mother was and influential in his life, they're like, oh, we have to rewrite the script around her.
Yeah,
And like,
she's
we
the
have
star.
we have to go get this actress.
Yeah, she's the star of the movie from what I hear. She's the main reason why Michael Jordan got that shoe deal.
Well,
And
I mean-
like, not spoilers, but the movie, this ain't a spoiler, but it's like, this is real life. Michael Jordan hated Nike.
she did. He did. She's the
He-
reason he even took
yeah.
the meeting.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
and apparently
yeah.
he laid all this out for Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and the other guy working together on this. He's like, you guys got to understand, my mother is influential in everything, so you got to do something about it. And apparently the movie shifted tone entirely to her, which is awesome. And I love that Michael Jordan like loves his mom so much and that she's so influential in his life that he's like, if the movie's not about her, then it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the from everything I read I remember way back when he was ready to go with Adidas.
Yep.
He was ready to walk in and sign with Adidas. And his mom's like, look, you should at least give them the courtesy of going to this meeting. I don't care whether you sign with them or not. Just they called, go meet with them, and they blew him away when he walked in the door. So, credit to Phil Knight and his company once they got their opportunity and ran with it.
Listen, and it's been a glorious partnership ever since.
Absolutely. I mean, the Jordan brand makes more than other shoe companies by
Entirely.
itself.
Yeah. It's really a fascinating story. And I'm like, for those of you who haven't seen it, go see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a Jordan freak growing up, so I definitely want to see it.
So, all right, just finish out this top 10, then we'll talk a little Star Wars. Scream 6, 3 million. Number 5, His Only Son, 3 million. Creed 3 still in there with 2 million. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, man. The worst performing DC movie.
I'm so sad. And you know what? Because most people don't want to bother to care because, it's not worth it. There's no payoff. I'm like, no movie ever guaranteed you a payoff.
Yeah.
Why can't you just see it to enjoy the movie?
Yeah, it didn't even. It's not even breaking 60 million domestic.
Ugh.
No, it made more
I
than
think
that.
it,
You want to
Click
see?
Yeah, I want to see. It's got to be more than that.
Cover your eyes, my friend.
Here we go. Oh wow.
Yep.
I thought it was at like 160 altogether last week.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
It's amazing, right?
You know they
Amazing.
How much did they spend? It's well over 200, I'm sure.
Yep.
It's like 150 for this
So
one.
it's still lost money.
Oh, definitely. This is beyond lost money.
That's what I'm saying. Plus, you got to figure all the advertising and all that stuff. And
Yeah, there won't be another Shazam movie. If he shows up again, it'll be in a series or somebody else's movie. They won't make another one of these, which is sad.
It won't be the Black Adam movie.
listen,
so
after this entire fiasco, if James Gunn completely recast Shazam and Black Adam, and they just, I mean, like, I wouldn't even blame him.
Look, it might happen. Why would
And you know something? I'm so poisoned because it's not James Gunn's decisions alone, and we're like poisoned into thinking that, right?
I don't.
But it's just easy to say.
I don't.
But it's like it's not. It's just that it was already a mess.
Correct.
He was handed a mess, and instead of trying to fix the mess, I don't know. I feel like he's making more of a mess.
No, he didn't do anything. He tried to fuse it. He tweeted about how he was excited for the movie and thought it was very good. It's not his fault that the actors start falling apart under the pressure of the internet.
It's true. It's very, very true. Let's see here. And that's up to 13. You know what I'm looking for. There he is. Puss in Boots.
I was looking
make
for
it
Avatar. See how far Avatar.
222,000. Good old Puss in Boots.
Bro, look at Avatar still hanging tough at almost 500,000.
The Way of Water.
I
all right.
honestly don't care about that movie, but I'll watch it when it comes to streaming.
Next up, before we get into the comic book stuff, and this is related, so Ahsoka.
Yes. This
Number
is
one trending trailer for the weekend.
I watched this trailer probably 6 times.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And this is the trailer that they put online.
Oh, is that
There's
right?
an extended trailer that they showed at Celebration, which actually shows
Thrawn's face.
Lars Mikkelsen as Thrawn, and he looks just like Thrawn, just like him, man. So
I want to know who she is and who the Beardo is.
her name is Shin. She's the apprentice of the other Dark Jedi.
Okay.
And from what the story is, they're cool with Thrawn, and they survived Order 66 at one point, and Thrawn kind of saved them, I think. There's so many theories about who this person is. Like, there's you see a scene with them inside the World Within Worlds, where Ahsoka and him fight in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a theory. Check this out. I don't believe it, but it's wild. That he is playing Anakin Skywalker that never became Vader because they're around the same age that Anakin would be if he hadn't gotten the full Vader suit and all.
He hadn't gotten his
You know what? Wait, let's one up it. What if he's a clone of Anakin?
This is Heir to the Empire, right?
Right, exactly. Like this is like you're right. And remember, there's lots of things that were heir to the Empire. Thrawn was one.
Mm-hmm.
The Luke clone was a thing too. And I mean, I don't know how much they want to delve into the extended universe stuff, but yeah, I think and with multiple shows of Star Wars pointing us to cloning technology.
Yeah.
If this introduced an Anakin clone to screw with everybody, I was like, yeah.
And I looked at him and I was like, I saw that on Star Wars Theory. I don't know if you guys he was talking about it. I was like, you know what? It's a stretch, but he looks like he could be a 50-year-old Anakin. Now, for those of you that don't know, okay, how would that happen? How is that possible? There's a thing called the World Within Worlds. It's this little space that they went to in Rebels where it's outside of time and space. and they can actually jump to different time periods in the Star Wars timeline and different kind of like alternate places.
The Star Wars multiverse.
Yeah,
It's the
basically Star Wars
nexus of the
multiverse.
universe.
Yeah, it was introduced in Rebels. Ezra found a way to get into it, and it's how he saved Ahsoka from Vader. He pulls her into the world within worlds, and then she exited out at another time point afterwards. So they're saying that this guy gets pulled from that timeline where Anakin doesn't get chopped up, because there's supposed to be scenes where Ahsoka looks in one of the portals and she's fighting Anakin on Mustafar like Obi-Wan was fighting him. But in this time frame, it's Ahsoka who is fighting him. And it's going to be Hayden Christensen, full whole Revenge of the Sith, everything. So this series is going to go. As far as Cliff, when you're saying the extended universe, Filoni at the panels was saying that he talked to Timothy Zahn, the creator. He said he wanted to get Thrawn right. And he said that we're pulling from the old legends. He's like, there's so much stuff in the old legends. Kenneth Roland, that's my brother. Look, what do you put LJ? What's LJ mean? But he's pulling from the old legends. So that's why you got that she goes, he's heir to the Empire. Basically, this scene right here that's on the screen. So, and Filoni's going to direct Heir to the Empire, which is going to be, but Kathleen Kennedy said it's not coming for 6 years. So there's a lot of TV shows that have to come before the Dave Filoni movie. Excited?
I was excited when I saw the trailer.
What about you, Phil?
Lawrence Jones is watching.
No, I am. Like, I watched this. I did not see like all of the Star Wars stuff that came out like this past weekend. Or what was it? Like, I think it was Friday. A lot of this stuff was getting like announced. This trailer I watched. But I know we're getting like a final season of Bad Batch.
Yeah, one more season, man.
A third final season. I think we're getting a season 2 of Andor.
Yeah, there's only 2 seasons for Andor.
Really? We should get 5.
The last shot of Andor is supposed to be the first scene in Rogue One.
That's fine, but they really should. Yeah. It should be 5 years. They should give you one for each year.
They're gonna time jump through the season.
Well, they have to now.
Yeah.
We're getting something with Rey. I think we're getting like a Rey movie.
Oh yeah, we're getting Rey. We're getting post Rise of Skywalker, everyone.
I know that like a lot of people are just like grown, but I didn't really mind those last 3 movies as bad as.
Here's the good thing about that.
I'll watch
Grogu would be 100 years old at that time.
He'll be able to talk by then.
He'd be a full, because Yoda was a Jedi Master at 100. He became a Jedi Master. So we could get full-fledged Grogu in this, in that next trilogy.
So we'll find out if all of his people talk with a weird cadence.
No, we know they don't. Because
only Yoda talks like that. Yeah.
So Yoda has a speech impediment.
Yeah, because Yaddle was on Tales of the Jedi.
2 things proved it to us. Yaddle proved it to us when we met her. She did not speak like him. And when Luke was communicating telepathically through the Force with Grogu, Grogu was like, why did he talk like that? And Luke's like, that's just the way he talked.
So yeah, very excited. That's the world within worlds. And look at it, man. He could be an Anakin, man. He could. I don't think it is.
But why is he wearing all that armor? That's the other thing.
Remember, Anakin had armor in the Clone Wars. Remember the Clone Wars armor that he had? If you watch Clone Wars,
yeah.
He had armor. But the blade is really cool. You see the orange blade? That's a callback to the original poster of Star Wars.
That looks regiment.
Well, it's blood orange is what they call it. There's a specific reason why it's blood orange, Filoni said, that we'll find out.
Because I want it to be different. That's why.
Yeah. They got to do something to the lightsabers, though. The lightsabers in this trailer look like the toy lightsabers.
Except for Ahsoka's look good.
Ahsoka's look good. But some of the other ones, I was like, they need the flare. They need to do something. But yeah. All right.
I don't know. The chick, the chick, his apprentice, if that's what we're saying who she is, hers look pretty good in that. The 4 seconds you see it. I'll tell you what got me for a split second while I'm watching, because I'd watch it. I backed it up when I watched the trailer the second time. I just watched it the first time. Second time, I paused it, backed it up like 2 or 3 times. You know, that's the scene you see with that chick where she comes through the doors and the captain or whatever gets out of her chair and starts shooting at her. For a half second, I thought it was the one that we don't like in Mando right now.
Hmm.
It's
I
a
thought-
force
I'm like-
choke like Vader right there.
I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
that
all-
was another thing. He's doing the Vader hallway in the scene.
Yeah,
right here, too.
red lightsaber. Okay, like
That'd be bugged out though if that was true. Done
Oh,
right.
there's Lawrence Jones. There you go.
Jones! I haven't heard from Jones in so long. What's good, Jones? Listen, Jones is a big comic book dude. One day he found out, he just gave me a whole pack of comic books. He's like, here, read all these. Jones, good hearing from you, Jones. Speaking of comic books,
Oh wait, look, orange lightsabers are associated with ambition, creativity, and resourcefulness. There you go. Also, there.
oh, look at that. Straight from the Council of Comics. Isn't that wonderful?
How did that happen?
I don't know. Cliff has figured out some dark magic. All right, let's get
strong tonight.